How are you when you drive your car? Do you become like a different person?
And how are you when you play sports? Do you get unusually angry or frustrated with other people or even yourself?
Are you known amongst your friends as being short-tempered, or are you unoffendable? Love is patient.
Love is patient.
Love is kind.
Love is kind.
It's not easily angered.
It's not easily angered.
Keeps no record of wrongs.
Keeps no record of wrongs.
1 Corinthians
1 Corinthians
chapter 13.
chapter 13.
Chun chun.
Chun chun.
The whole chapter's good.
Yeah.
The whole chapter's great. Everyone knows 1 Corinthians 13 is the love chapter. I just encourage you to read that whole chapter. But this is an area which is kind of interesting. What do you think there, Jethro, about sports? I mean, we want a little bit of anger when it comes to sports, don't we?
Yeah. I think so many people, their sport life is so important to them, and they don't want it to be messed up. They don't want to make mistakes themselves, and they want to win as a team. And that passion is good, and it's in every team. But for some people, they really struggle with the anger, and they really struggle with the frustration of losing. And it becomes a stronghold in their life, and it becomes something that overtakes their passion for God, and it becomes unhealthy.
I have a friend who just recently, in fact, God really showed him that he was idolizing a professional sport, that he just loved that sport. But when his team lost, he would get so affected by that for the next few days. And he realized it was an idol of his life, and so he just pulled way back from that. Yeah, I have a personal goal in life of never being offended by people. I really believe, again, the grace of God is available to us to not be offended. It says in the word, as this word that we've just read, 1 Corinthians 13, love is not easily offended. In other words, the antidote for offense is the love of God. And so,
when we're called to give our lives to Jesus, do we realize what we're really giving to him? We're giving to him all of our rights as well, and part of that is giving the right to be offended.
yeah, today's response challenge is really taking some time, and this is a question I'd like you to think about. Have you made any agreements with anger? And what I mean by that is what we've seen over time is sometimes people have said something like, you know what, I am never going to be like that. I am never going to be angry like that person was. The way they treated me, I'm never going to do that. Oh, I'm never going to be like my father who was always angry, or something like that. And unfortunately, those sort of agreements actually come out of hurt and out of pain. Sadly, what ends up happening, of course, as we know, the son of the alcoholic ends up becoming the alcoholic. And it's often not because of a genetic thing, but it's because of a heart issue. They've made an agreement with a lie. So what we're going to do in our response time today is simply ask God, God, are there any lies I've come into agreement with that I need to break? And go ahead and write those down and pray over them. Say, God, what is the truth that I need to replace this lie with? And as you do that, just renounce that before the Father, cut it off in the name of Jesus, and speak the truth over yourself, and allow just that renewal of your mind.
Yes.
And today's physical challenge is aerobic exercise. I'm not talking about getting into tights and doing aerobics. I'm talking about any sort of exercise which gets your heart rate up.
Power walking's a really popular one if you want to lose some weight. Just doing press-ups or push-ups or something like that, which doesn't require that much energy, but is really, really good for getting that heart rate going.
Yep. Jumping jacks, jogging, of course. Any sort of jogging's good. As you get older, you've got to be careful with your knees and things. But it's a great power walking as well. Yeah, great way to keep your heart rate up. And, the science is right there to help cardiovascular health, our lung health. Everything is benefits when we do cardio and aerobic exercise.
Absolutely.
Make it a part of your day. Chase a little ball around a field with 22 guys.
Wouldn't recommend that.